Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I'm going to share an instant pot recipe. So it's a recipe for a Trini onion stewed chicken soup. And you all know how much I love my soup, and stewed chicken soup happens to be one of my favorites. So today I'm going to show you how to make a quick and easy chicken soup in your instant pot. I recently got one over the holidays. Thank you to my lovely friend who gifted this to me. I'm now starting to use it and get the hang of it. And I made soup the other day and it took only about 20 minutes. So I thought, let me share this with you all. I think you all will enjoy it. So if you want to see how to make this delicious chicken soup, keep watching. Let's start by preparing the chicken. Today I'm using some chicken feet and some boneless chicken breasts. Let's work on the feet first. Cut the nails off, and I just like to cut a little bit underneath also. I also like to remove this fat pad. I have no idea why, but it's what my mom taught me. And I did some research and I couldn't find a reason why. I think when the chicken is roasted, it has like a very thick roasted piece on that fat pad, so she likes to remove it. What I do know is that chicken feet are extremely healthy for use. They contain lots of vitamins, minerals, collagen, and calcium. Boiling chicken feet and other bones and cartilage creates a nutrient-rich bone broth that's essential to strengthen our bodies. That's why soups are so healthy for us. Bone broth helps our joints, it builds up the immune system, and it aids in digestion. That's why I love incorporating the bony parts of the chicken in soup. Today Kevin wanted some boneless chicken breast in the soup, and I would have preferred bone in, but he's under the weather today, so I'll give him a bly. Pull most of the fat off and cut it into smaller pieces. Once the chicken is prepared, now it's time to wash it. I'm using some white vinegar and some lemon. You can also use some lime or some flour. While the chicken soaks, let's prepare our green seasoning ingredients. Here I have some bandhania or beni, also called culantro or recao, and the other names for this I'll have it in the description box below, as well as all the correct measurements and ingredients for this recipe. And these are some hot peppers that I'm going to be using in the soup also. To make the green seasoning, I have garlic, hot peppers, bandhania, and I love using a little bit of cilantro also. We get really nice cilantro here in Texas. And I prefer a chunky seasoning, so I'm chopping it in a mini chopper. and I didn't add any water to it. But if you're doing this in a blender, you might want to add a little bit of water. Now let's season up the meat. Add salt, green seasoning, black pepper, and give it a good mix. Add some ketchup, and this is optional. You can use some tomato paste, or you can even cut up some raw tomatoes in there. Add some dark soy sauce, some fresh or pure turmeric powder, freshly grated ginger, and give that a good mix. If you have some ground lemongrass or fevergrass, you can also add some. You can chop it up into smaller pieces, or you can use the paste. I love adding the combination of fevergrass, ginger, and turmeric when I'm making soup for someone who's sick. It really does boost the immune system. Let the chicken marinate for a bit now. If you can, leave it overnight. Today I'm doing a quick thing, so I'll just let it marinate while I prepare the other ingredients. So since I'm using the Instant Pot today, I'm going to start by using the saute setting. Once it's hot, add some oil in, just like if you're cooking it in a regular pot. Now add some brown sugar and let it caramelize. It's the exact same technique as if I'm making it in a pot. If you want to do this step in a pot and then transfer it to an Instant Pot, that's also great. Once the sugar is melted and it has a dark golden brown color, add the seasoned chicken in. Leave it to cook and spring its natural juices, and then I'll show you what to do next. Once it reduces and starts sticking to the bottom of the Instant Pot bowl, add the other ingredients. Here I have eddos, I have some aloo or potatoes, cassava, and I'm using some frozen ones, and some sweet potatoes. Chopped celery, pumpkin, carrots, okras. Actually, it's better if you add the okras with the dumplings at the end. I'm using the frozen ones here and they fall apart really quickly, so I should have added this at the end with the dumplings. Add some coconut milk and a little green seasoning. add enough water to make the broth. Or you can use some stock or some pre-made bone broth. At this time, if you have some fevergrass or lemongrass root, you'll want to add it also. And I like to take a lorha or a pestle and just pound the lemongrass root before I add it to the broth. I added a few hot peppers to the seasoning, but you can add some more chopped ones in the soup, or you can add it whole and remove it later. Add some salt and put the lid on. Now if you want, you can put it on the soup setting for about 30 to 45 minutes. I find that when I pressure cook it, it finishes really quickly. So I'm putting it on the pressure cooker for 15 minutes first, and then I'll do a next 5 to 10 minutes. While that cooks, let's knead the flour for the dumplings. I'm combining some flour, salt and some coconut milk, and you can add a little bit of sugar in there too. Mix everything and make a semi-firm dough. And if you didn't want to add coconut milk, just use regular tap water. After 20 minutes, it's cooked completely now, so it's time to add the dumplings in. I actually prefer the flat, thin dumplings, so that's what I'm gonna make today. Form the large dough ball into smaller ones and then roll it out flat. Then cut it into squares or rectangles and add it to the pot of soup. At this stage, you want to switch it to the saute setting again so that it starts to bubble. And instead of these flat dumplings, you can also make some spinners. Just grab a piece of the dough and roll it into a thin log shape. Let the soup bubble for another 5 minutes and taste it so you'll know what it needs. Finish with some chopped herbs, and not the herbs that just got decriminalized in Trinbago. Once the taste is good, turn the Instant Pot off and help yourself to some delicious and revitalizing soup. Hope you try out this Instant Pot Trinbagonian stewed chicken soup recipe. In total, it took about 30 minutes to cook. To save time, you can freeze your provisions in a small freezer bag and pull them out when you're ready to make a batch of soup. So you can put some provisions like cassava, sweet potato, you could put some aloo, some eddos, pumpkin and carrots, and just put them into one freezer bag. It may oxidize, but that's fine. It's not going to change the taste of the provisions. As I mentioned earlier, soups and bone broth are so good for your body. It helps protect joints, reduce inflammation, supports weight loss, strengthens your immune system, along with so many other benefits. The use of margarine and other flavor enhancers will defeat the purpose of all the nutritional benefits of the dish, so try to only use fresh ingredients. There's nothing quite as comforting as a bowl of Trinbagonian stewed chicken soup. So I hope you tried the recipe. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Leave me all your comments and your questions and your thoughts below. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, and if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell that you see next to the subscribe button. That way you don't miss any videos when I post. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll make some lovely chicken soup, and even if you don't have an Instant Pot, you can still use the recipe. Just cook it in a regular pot. Things I want to mention, you can add dal to the recipe. As you can see, it has a very thin, watery consistency. I feel like when I'm sick, I prefer it to be on the watery side, and then on regular days I like it to be a little bit thick. But if it does get too thick on you, like if the provisions get mashed up in there and it makes a nice thick sauce, then you can just add some water, or you can put it back up on the stove, add some water and let it boil again. So it's really up to you how you want to make your soup. You can add different ingredients, customize it to make it your own, and have fun in the kitchen. So thank you so much for joining in. I hope you enjoy the soup when you do try it. I'll see you all next time. Bye!